Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, so let's take a look at this Leos. What's going on here? Leos. I just changed my mind on which deck I was using in midstream, so I don't know if somebody's having a flip-flop or what. We've got the Death card in the reverse. We got the Four of Cups in the reverse. By the way, those cards jumped and then they flipped themselves upside down. So I don't know if there's like a topsy-turvy or if there's something that's like, hey, wait a second, it doesn't have to go this way. We don't have to let go of something after all. We don't have to surrender something. But that Four of Cups in the reverse, this is like, instead of having this huge regret, let me not surrender something. Let me not let this go, because that would be the saddest chapter of my life. I can't let this go after all. This is no good. This is a Two of Cups. You know, we're getting a lot of amazing messages throughout this week, this strawberry full moon. It should be one of our best full moons, just in my opinion, just in mine, simply because I like strawberries. No, it is about like a first really lovely, delicious, yummy harvest. And we are getting such great messages. Like there's so much energy that keeps saying, characters are choosing love. They're choosing love. They're choosing love. They're choosing not to let go of the people they care about. They're choosing to return to the people they care about. They're letting go of pettier squabbles and looking at the bigger picture and saying, you know what? The most important thing is in this world, it's if you care about somebody, why would you let hostilities separate you? Get to the bigger picture here. We're so fortunate to fall in love with somebody. And if we still love them, but but I should let them go. I love them, but I'm going to let them go because we had a, conflict. This is like, no, I'm not going to do that to the person I love most in this world. Whoever this is, they're not letting go of their Leo. They could be a Scorpio. They could be there's so much emotion here that is all water energy, but I don't know that it's saying that they are necessarily, a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. Seven of Cups, we just keep saying that they're done being the lone wolf. This full moon has like brought something to the surface. Seven of Cups is somebody is struck by, there's so many timelines that we could choose in our life, right? That's the key sentence, that we choose. Don't walk around thinking that you don't realize you're the one making those choices. And sometimes your choices come from non-action. Sometimes your choices come from action. Sometimes they come from pride and hostility and an unbending, unbudging behavior. You want to be a lone wolf, you're going to end up that way because you actually made those choices. And I think this character is like, whoa, wait a second. I can see the timeline stretching in front of me during this full moon. And what I'm realizing is, if I'm missing Leo, if I feel like there's a regret of what happened with Leo, and I'm not trying to find the solution, not trying to fix it, not trying to admit to myself that I love this Leo, I don't want to let him go, then I'm the one choosing the lone wolf. I'm choosing this timeline, this path for myself. And I think our character's been choosing it for a while. I think this person has been single, they've been lonely, they've been missing the hell out of their Leo for quite some time. Got a Knight of Wands. That Knight of Wands is... they're coming in, lightning in the hand. You notice it in both cases. We have the image of like a character who's been kind of hiding in the shadows a little bit. And this could be a representation of their own shadow side. But they've been kind of hiding in the shadows for a period of time. Maybe still keeping connected to Leo, either in their mind or their heart. But this says, I don't want to miss Leo anymore. This is a lot of passion that this character has, admittedly. They have enough passion to come forward and offer something. What is it that you're going to be offering, Leo? I mean, obviously, Knight of Wands is passion, and they're still kind of scared to do this. Leo has come up so many times as the Queen of Pentacles, and we're doing it all over again. It's been a long time. So long, in fact, that, this Leo has like part of the vegetation of her hair has grown into her eyes, into her nose, her mouth, or maybe it's like me. I'm always trying to blow my hair out of my nostrils if I leave it down. But she's cried a lot of tears, and those tears have actually turned into diamonds, and she's continued to blossom and grow. when I think here's the reality. I think if Leo thinks about this person, this situation, I think Leo says, there was a lot of hurt associated with that. Now my life is great though. I mean, I've blossomed, I've grown so many things. Even the way the disappointment has shaped me, it's made me more of a queen. It's made me more determined that I will absolutely grow and expand and make my life as wonderful as it can possibly be. But if I am to think about the situation with them, oh yeah, there was a lot of hurt. So this is like Leo has completely, absorbed the reality of what this was. They've encompassed all of it. It's become a part of their life story. It is something of the past. It is, forever. This person has been forever etched on Leo's heart for sure, including the pain. But I think out of that, Leo has grown and has possibly even like really expanded in their life somehow. But I said, what is it that they want to offer? And what's crazy is they want to offer Leo, maybe exactly what Leo once upon a time offered them, which a Queen of Pentacles energy offers stability. Now, this could also be them holding out their hand asking, would you give to me again? And that could be they're offering this. I need to know more about the lightning. Actually, since I changed decks midway through, and by the way, I do think this person has just had this light switch on in their brain, and they're like, I've been the one doing this. I've been choosing to miss Leo. I've been the one choosing to act like this is a relationship that couldn't be resolved or there's nothing to fight for when there's everything to fight for. They're switching this up on a dime because they're seeing things totally differently. But I feel like they want to ask Leo to give to them. But I also feel like that lightning is something that they're trying to offer the truth. Okay, suddenly, did this person withhold something true? Like, look at the big old ball of confusion here, right? This person's life could be extremely complicated. They could have all kinds of snarled up, tangled up messes in their life. And this is them needing to tell the truth about it. Now, in order to be with Leo, they may be saying that about a bunch of things I would have to cut out of my life. Six of Swords in the reverse. There has been something, I'm just going to say bad. I'm sorry, it's not great vocabulary, but there's been something bad in their world that has made their life exceptionally complex for not valid reasons, but I think they've been all hemmed in. This is like being stuck in somebody's spider web. I'm not saying it's a lover or anything like that, but it's maybe family-oriented stuff. Maybe it's like, well, as long as I work here, I work in the family business. As long as I work in the family business, they basically own my time. As long as they own my time, but I also have a place to live. All of these things all combined, it's like, I don't know if they hemmed themselves in or got hemmed in some kind of very suffocating, it's like every part of their life is entangled with another part and another part and another part that has left them unable to unravel anything unless they unravel all of it. And somehow it has kept them in a state of tension and a state of balled up confusion. And for them to be able to just tell the truth. The truth is every piece of my life is interwoven, stitched into another component and another and another and another, to the point where I have no mobility. I have no, what I'm hinting at without saying it outright is, if they were ever going to be with Leo, I almost think in a roundabout way, this is saying they would have to leave everything behind, from career to wherever they live, the whole 9 yards. Like, let's say this is an international situation. If I'm going to try to be with Leo, it would mean leaving behind an entire lifestyle, the country I was born and raised in. There could be like all kinds of additional things that would have to happen here, and it would essentially be that Leo would be their landing place. It's not like they're asking Leo, hey, will you give me a place to stay if I'm willing to come be with you? It's not that, but they're laying out the truth of how snagged their life has been, and that they really don't see a way to just make it calmer. So it's either that Leo would have to accept them and all their troubles if there's no way to cut themselves free of it, or this is them saying, I have some problems and I can't just get myself out from under them. So if you were to be with me, you'd be accepting all of my obstacles, all of my things. I mean, do you even want to deal with me? You know, this could be them saying, I try the hardest I can to put my own life in order, but there are certain things that I struggle with. And if you were with me, it's never going to go away. So, I'm kind of leaning it more toward that because there's a reason this person's been alone, lone wolf. There's a reason this person, maybe they think that they have, a complication. Maybe they self-judge themselves for something that they think is, a hindrance to them, like ever having a successful relationship with somebody. And there could be this element of, I didn't tell Leo that I have this problem, but if Leo was with me, guess what? If you're sleeping with me every night, if you're going to have to listen to my CPAP machine or, whatever it is. And it's like, my problem would become yours because I don't think it's ever going to go away, even if I fight really hard to try to keep it in check or something. That could be one of the things that they want to offer Leo the full truth. Maybe is that what this was all about? Did they tell themselves, even if I love this Leo beyond measure, I don't want to put my problems on Leo. I should just stay alone. I should stay single. And now they're finally at that point where it's like, I can't seem to forget Leo. I don't want to walk away from Leo. Not at least before I give them all the information so they can make the decision and then they can tell me that they don't want me. I feel like this person, basically what it is they have this glimmer of hope is that at all possible, Leo could still want me if I finally give them all the pieces of the puzzle and then let them make their choice. Well, number one, you always need to give everybody all the information so they can make their choice. But they were trying to make a choice for Leo on Leo's behalf. You shouldn't be with me. I've got problems. I'm not going to tell you about that. I'm just going to walk away from Leo. They've realized that's not a good way to handle things. Let Leo choose. 8 of Pentacles sideways. There is this thing where, number one, I think that they have realized that they have very much underestimated Leo. Leo's own life is probably not perfect. Leo probably has their own, we all got our own little set of, idiosyncrasies and our own things that, we do that are weird and our own little things that we can be like, oh yeah, it's just, that's my funkiness. I, one of my many idiosyncrasies is I freak out because I have a gas stove. I can literally leave my house, turn back around and go back to double check, even though I already checked that my stove is turned off, but I can go back and double check again because I'm so paranoid of an open flame being left on in my kitchen. And I just, that's like such a crazy thing. And admittedly, it's valid because one time I was actually cooking some meat for Aries and I took a shower, totally forgot I had the meat, which then had it could have been a baby grease fire. It didn't go that way, thank God, because I was still in the house. But after that mistake, let me tell you, never again. That was too much of a, what could have been, what if I did that and I left and then it was a grease fire? Like, oh no, can't handle it. So let me just put it this way. That's now my paranoia. And now I have like a little system in place where I'm an overchecker about that. And I don't care if I'm 20 minutes away. If I have to turn back around for my peace of mind and go check, I have to go do that if no one else can do it for me. Like, that's crazy. I know. But there, I just displayed Kate's crazy. It's just, I can't handle what could happen if I make a mistake on something like that. So public service announcement, don't be crazy, but definitely make sure your stoves are off before you leave your house. But this all says, like, maybe they have realized that maybe Leo's not perfect either in the nicest of ways. Maybe Leo has their own stuff that they work on and work through and fears and all kinds of stuff. Because guess what we all do? We all have insecurities. We all have, tendencies to, we all get socially awkward sometimes. We all, or most of us, I mean, some people just love to be on display all the time. Others do not. I'm just saying, maybe they've realized, I never considered it, but maybe Leo has some stuff of their own that they work on too. Maybe they would understand my situation better than I think. So maybe I should tell Leo what my situation actually is and let them decide for themselves if they want to deal with me. This person, they abandoned Leo or abandoned this connection because they thought it was best Seven of Pentacles, now that they've had this thought in their mind, they're like, I gotta know the answer. Does Leo, are they just not interested in me? I just gotta find out what the answer is going to be. Queen of Swords sideways. They only know this. It is time that they get the answer. It's time for true conversation. It's time for honesty. It's time for them to just lay it out. Whatever their secret is, whatever the thing is that they worry so much about, they are ready to just say it out loud. Empress energy. And I think that they are hoping for grace to be given, because this is Our Lady of Guadalupe. This is, I know we could say, well, the Empress could be, what, are they married? That's a pretty big thing to hide. Hey, I'm alone, but I'm married. That wouldn't track in this story. So I don't think it's that. I mean, unless they're like, I live here, but I did have a spouse in another country, which means I can never be married to anybody else. And there's no undoing that contract. I mean, I guess it could be this. And I need to tell Leo that point blank and then see if they would want anything to do with me. It could be, I suppose, something like that. That would explain why they're so sewn up in all of this, like all these pieces of my life are so contractually obligated, and no matter what, I've looked at from every angle, it's not going to change. So this is my situation. So I'm basically asking you to accept my mess, my situation. I mean, that could be the case, but here's why I don't really think that. Because the Empress is like upright and she's lovely. And if you're married to an Empress, chances are you're not like, oh, but I love this Leo, so I'm going to be with them, but try to make them my side piece. And granted, in the scenario that we've been talking about, it wouldn't be like exactly like that, right? We wouldn't call Leo their side piece. It would be highly, like there's a lot of gray areas in life where we can't paint every situation with the same brush, right? But this says, I don't know, they just need to have the real conversation. But I think that they're hoping and praying for some kind of, like, at least like that Leo will give them the true answer, but give them some kind of grace. Because I also think that if Leo doesn't want anything to do with them, they would like to at least think that maybe this conversation that should have been one that was had a long time ago will somehow at least answer some things or alleviate some kind of pain. I'm pretty sure that they know that they carry a lot of guilt, definitely, over the fact that I think they know that they hurt Leo. With that 10 of Wands, it's like, it seems like they believe that they're between a rock and a hard place, but they really love Leo. And it seems like somehow, some way, they feel as if they owe Leo this explanation too. It's not just about what they want. It's about they owe this to Leo. So I think that they're about to come clean and let Leo make a decision. It'll allow Leo to heal or to walk away from them, or it'll allow Leo to say, well, you do realize you don't have to be an island or a lighthouse. You realize we can live in the lighthouse together. This is either going to heal this connection. God, Ace of Cups, Empress. This is either going to heal this connection or Libra is going to be totally liberated from it. Leo. This is Libra, Taurus. This almost feels like it's all of the conversation that should have happened, needed to happen, that would finally clear the air here. I think this is what salvages this connection. I think their full disclosure allows, I kind of think this is a nothing burger, to be honest. I don't really know why this is such a big deal and they couldn't be with Leo, because I kind of feel like by the end of this looks like Leo's like, yeah, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we can definitely still make this work. I'm going to give you grace. I don't know why you freaked out about all this, but it's really not that big a deal. So let's get to the good parts now. Let's be together. All right, that turned out way better. That was a plot twist there at the end. All right, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Stay safe, stay kind. Bye.